We're back on the beach here on Backyard Jam in April. Welcome to the show. These 24 trucks are about to do battle, racing side by side down the beach track once more. We last came here in the summer season last year. These trucks are ready for action today on the beach. It's a little bit different conditions to usual, but first of all, let's talk about last month's champion. Dragon took home the racing title in a race against Rockwell Red. Rockwell got sideways. Dragon nosedived to the line, getting the win and taking home the trophy and, of course, the flag going into April. Taking a look at the points going into this month, Brutus at the bottom of the table there, hoping for some big wins here. Going up the table, you can see in 13th spot, joint is Bigfoot. More on them in just a moment. Topping the table at the moment, Monster Mutt on 60 points, Lumberjack and Excalibur joint second, and then Iron Outlaw, Blue Thunder, Jester and Dragon all joint fourth. Now, I mentioned Bigfoot here. They raced against Excalibur last month in round one of racing, and the officials got it wrong. Take a look at this. The slow-mo replay, very, very close race, but if we bring up the line on screen, Bigfoot, the clear winner there, and so the officials are awarding them 5 additional points, both teams accepting this and very happy about it, which means Bigfoot will get a 5-point bonus on whatever they get tonight. Joining them, however, some good-looking trucks. Avenger is rocking the global body for April. We can see Max D, Maximum Destruction Gold, a brand new look for the truck, and the first time they're debuting this in diecast form anywhere in the world. And Zombie, the surf look, racing on the surf track. And speaking of the track, let's take a look at this. The beach track provides some interesting upsets for racing. The track is not consistent in any way, shape or form. Ruts develop, sand goes everywhere, and things are not all as they seem. The drivers are going to have to be very careful coming down this, as the changing conditions now that the track is made means that moisture is going to rise to the surface, and that means it's going to get very tacky out there. Drivers will have to be careful not to go overboard. And with that, let's take a look at the bracket for this month. First round buys are awarded to Excalibur, Lucas Crusader, Gravedigger, Rockwell Red, Jester, Maximum Destruction, Black Pearl, and of course Dragon. Later on we'll see Mohawk Warrior take on Stonecrusher, Shaker take on Monster Mutt Rottweiler, Iron Outlaw to take on El Toro Loco, Jurassic Attack takes on Avenger, Monster Mutt to take on Zombie, Brutus takes on Bigfoot, Blue Thunder takes on Boghog, but up first, Earthshaker. Steve Calabrese, after rocking the house in February, had a difficult race in March looking for some sort of vindication. This month he has tough competition though, as Jack Charlton takes Lumberjack back to the track, the one-time event champion of this very series. The construction versus the deforestation. Who will take the win in our first round 1 race? Gates are open, down the track they come. Earthshaker with an early lead, but Lumberjack pulling ahead there and looks to take the win. Let's take a look at the replay to see if they do indeed. Yes, Lumberjack with a good bounce gets across the line first, taking the win. Earthshaker out at this early stage, and a little rough landing there for Lumberjack, hitting the rocks at the far end of the end zone, but through nonetheless. Wyatt Curtis, Boghog, is up to the track next. This truck has performed well, but no wins to their name just yet. FC Productions Blue Thunder has an event to its name, however, the series yellow champion of 2023. Lines up to the track in the near lane, Boghog in the far. Let's go racing once again. Both trucks primed and ready to launch. Here they come down the track. Blue Thunder takes a lead, but it's a very close finish, and I'm not sure who won it. We need to go over to the slow-mo replay once again. A very close race all the way down, and a very close finish as well. Blue Thunder looks to just be edging ahead. Let's take a look at the super slow frame-by-frame replay. Blue Thunder, do they get just a tyre tread across? Yes, they do, but only just. Absolute millimetres in that one. Blue Thunder goes through to the next round. Boghog, they go out, but a very close race. John Ritchie, Brutus, we said earlier on, still on the hunt for that elusive first win of the season, takes on a legend of diecast racing, Midwest Madness, Mitch Brown. We're heading downtown with Bigfoot. He's in the far lane. Brutus is in the near lane. These two trucks primed and ready to go for our third race of the night. Gates are open. Brutus with the early lead. Here comes Bigfoot, though, right through to the end. I'm not sure who won it. Here's the slow-mo replay. It was a good start for Brutus, but it's all Bigfoot all day long. Bigfoot will progress through to the next round, and John Ritchie will have to wait another month to try and get that first win on the table. Bigfoot looks strong. Mikey Merton, Monster Mutt, the most decorated driver here on Backyard Jam, and indeed the regular season, takes on the second most decorated in Jace Usher's Zombie, the overall champion of the Summer Showdown in 22, and of course the Series Red champion from last year. Zombie, the surf body, looks very cool, is facing Mikey Merton right now. Down the track they come, Mikey Merton with a very strong early lead, and I think he holds on to it all the way down to the end. Barely a breath taken, but here comes Mikey Merton. There's a reason he is a 3-time champion. Takes out Zombie in round 1 of racing and does it reasonably smoothly. Monster Mutt will progress to the next round. Here's the visual confirmation of that and the other races. Lumberjack goes on to face Excalibur, Blue Thunder to face Lucas Crusader, Bigfoot to face Gravedigger, one of the oldest rivalries in Monster Truck there. Monster Mutt will move on to face Rockwell Red. Up next, however, we move to the right side of the bracket, where Avenger, the global body, Chip Chocolate, bringing this series blue champion to the track, faces off against Ian Spiros in Jurassic Attack. This thing looks very cool and did reasonably well last month. Can they keep up the flow, or will Avenger take them down? We're about to find out. Avenger in the near, Jurassic Attack in the far. Let's go racing. Gates are open, a little stall there, getting crossed up in no man's land, and Avenger seems to take the win. And I think they know it. Jurassic Attack go trailing off towards the end there. Yes, there goes Avenger for the win, and Jurassic Attack, they take themselves off, never to be seen again. Well, we will see them again. In fact, we're seeing them right now, but we will see them again in May. Avenger moves on to round 2. And now on the track, Iron Outlaw, Ken James TV, the Fast Pedal crew, they come flying onto the track against Little Chip Chocolate. El Toro Loco looking strong this series. Did well in the first race in January, but hasn't quite performed as well since. Can they get another win tonight? Gates are open, down the track they come, even down that ramp, but there goes the Fast Pedal. K and James TV knows when to put that foot down to the ground and just let it eat. Iron Outlaw is going through to round 2, and unlucky for Little Chip Chocolate, El Toro Loco will race again, but it won't be until next month. Now I'm excited for our next race. This was a hotly requested one. Caden and Devon both asked for it, and so we made it happen. Shaker will be taking on Monster Mutt Rottweiler in round 1 of racing this week. Unfortunately, one of them is going to go out as a result of this, but we are going to find out which of these two is going to go fastest down our track. Gates are open, Caden Wilson pulling just ahead, but Shaker coming back towards the end there. That was a close finish, and I'm not sure who's won it. Here comes Shaker, look. Caden Wilson actually started the race in front, got behind, kept with Devon Treat there just towards the line, and I'm still not sure. Super slow replay shows, and I'm hearing it's a draw. It's going to go to another race, and so these two trucks are going to head back to the top of the track, and we're going to do it all over again. What a race from both of these trucks. Let's see who can prevail on the second pass. Shaker is now in the near lane, and Monster Mutt Rottweiler in the far. Gates are open, here they come down the track, close again, but Caden Wilson, I think Monster Mutt Rottweiler takes the win this time by over a truck length. Look at that. Caden Wilson goes on to the next round, and Shaker, they got all caught up in no man's land, catching those ruts as they're starting to form, and unlucky for them, Monster Mutt Rottweiler will go on. One-time event champion of Series Red last year, Great Clips Mohawk Warrior RRC Family Gaming is up against Wegner Racer in Stone Crusher. These two trucks have not really performed up to the standard that they hoped for. One of these two is going on to round 2. Let's see which one can do it. Gates are open, down the track they come, even on that ramp, and reasonably even coming into the line as well. Let's take a look at the slow-mo replay to see who's won it. Well, Mohawk Warrior first in shots, but here comes Stone Crusher, and that, I'm being told, is a win for Stone Crusher. They got across the line first, and Mohawk Warrior is going to go out. Stone Crusher progresses on the beach track. And what is his prize but a date with destiny, as Dragon, the current champion of the regular season, is who he has next. Monster Mutt Rottweiler takes on the Black Pearl, Iron Outlaw takes on Maximum Destruction, and Avenger takes on Jester. That's all later on. But we're going back to the top now as Lumberjack is back on the track. Jack Charlton is facing off against Oliver Stapley and Excalibur, a former champion, versus one of our top 4 from last month. This is going to be a good race. Excalibur is in the near lane, Lumberjack is in the far, and we're ready to get going with round 2. Gates are open, Excalibur first out, but here comes Lumberjack. Both starting to face the beach now. The tide heading out. Let's take a look. Lumberjack, by half a tyre length, is going to take the win and move on to round 3. Excalibur, they go out at this very early stage for them. FC Productions Blue Thunder is back on the track now, ready to face off against Anderson Hill in the Lucas Crusader. This truck has not really performed as well, but did get a fast time and the bye run as a result of it. Lucas Oil Crusader is in the near lane, Blue Thunder is in the far, and let's go racing once again. Gates are open, Even Stevens down this ramp, and across the line they go. I'm not quite sure who won it, but if I had to go off of an eye look, I would say Blue Thunder. Great leap from them. Here they come across the line, and yes, by half a truck length, Blue Thunder is going on to the next round. Another first round bye run has cost the Lucas Crusader. This track, you need practice on it, and Blue Thunder had it. Mitch Brown now up to the track on his new look body Bigfoot. It debuted last month, it looks very cool, returning here against Gravedigger, the one-time event champion. It was the 500 freestyle. Can they continue on that trend here in racing? We are about to see as Josh Doing Things takes on Mitch Brown. Gates are open, the oldest rivalry in motorsports is off and underway, and all too soon it's all over. Who won it though? A huge bounce there from Bigfoot, a great bounce though as it bounces them across the line for the win. Gravedigger playing catch up the whole way down. Gravedigger out once again at this early stage. They haven't performed as well since January. Mikey Merton Monster Mutt returns to the track now to take on last month's second place Rockwell Red Dolphin Master. A bit of a surprise package I thought, but did incredibly well to get to where they did last month. Can they continue that trend this month against the 3-time champ? Gates are open, down the track they come. Even Stevens once again, but it looks like Monster Mutt is pulling just ahead, almost diverting Rockwell Red off towards the rocks. Here you can see it. Monster Mutt crossing the line first, Rockwell Red just behind them, but behind all the same, and Monster Mutt is going on to round 3. Checking in on proceedings, Lumberjack and Blue Thunder move on to face each other in the next round, as do Monster Mutt and Bigfoot. And up next we move over to the right side of the bracket once again, as Dragon will face Stonecrusher, Black Pearl will face Rottweiler, Maximum Destruction will face the Iron Outlaw. But up first, Avenger, the one-time event champion of Series Blue, Chip Chocolate, faces off against another one of our first round buys. It's Elliot Spiros in Jester, one of our top 4 from last month, and has been consistent all season long. As we all know, consistency is key. Will it be key against Avenger? Gates are open, down the track they come. A little bit veering off there and a very close finish. I'm not sure who won that one. Both trucks went to either side of the track. Jester coming up from behind and looks to be crossing the line at a similar time as Avenger, who crossed it first though. Super slow-mo replay will reveal all. Or will it? I'm being told it's a draw once again. Jester and Avenger will return to the top of the track, swapping sides and going for a second run. Avenger now in the near lane, Jester in the far. This has been so close so far. Let's see who can take it. Down the track they come, even once again, and a rollover! A rollover at the end zone. And I'm not sure who won it on the roll either. A bad bounce there from Jester sends both trucks flying as they make contact. Jester is going to get the win, but at what cost? Jester on their side, Avenger upended, and now track crew coming in to right both of these trucks. Avenger down on all 4 BKTs, doesn't seem to be too damaged, but out of the competition. Jester They're back down, but that chassis looks a little bit tweaked. They're going to have to go back to the pits and work on that truck. Kay and James TV, meanwhile, brings the Iron Outlaw, the other Escalade body, to the track to face Hazard County in the debuting gold Maximum Destruction. This thing looks very cool. Of course, Max D, a summer season champion of freestyle. Can they bring it in racing? Down the track they come, and it's all Iron Outlaw to start with. And look at the save there from Maximum Destruction. Let's take a look at that in slow-mo replay. A bad bounce for Max D, but does manage to get it up into a bicycle and saves it. It's all little too late, as Iron Outlaw is already across the line and through to the next round. But a great save there. After taking out Devon Treat in Shaker, Monster Mutt Rottweiler now faces off against the Black Pearl, Charlie Hubbard. Another truck to have that elusive win escape them so far, but a good fast time in the qualifiers sees them through to round 2 with this bye. Will they capitalise in the race? Caden Wilson pulling just ahead, but I think the Black Pearl just pulled ahead for the win there. Let's take a look at the slow-mo replay. A good bounce there from the Black Pearl, and by half a truck, Charlie Hubbard goes on and gets his first win of the season, and it's a big one. He is capitalising on that first round bye and will get more points for it, having gone through to the next round. Wegner Racers Stone Crusher is back on the track now to face off against the reigning champion of the regular season, Cyclops Hobbies in Dragon. This truck looked unstoppable last month. In fact, it was unstoppable. Nothing beat it, and they are the reigning champion. Can Wegner Racer be the first to defeat them? Gates are open. Down the track they come, in a very close race and a rollover for Dragon at this early stage. A little bit upset there. A very close race all the way down. You see there a little pop from the tyres. I'm not sure what happened there. They are going to need to go away and take a look as the truck rolls over. And I'm not sure that Dragon is looking overly healthy. Track crew coming in now to right them. The body looks fine, but that chassis is all cattywampus. Well, Dragon moves on, but again, at what cost? They face off against the Black Pearl in just a little bit. Iron Outlaw faces Jester. The Escalade bodies will be battling it out. Bigfoot and Monster Mutt, that's also on the cards. But first, Lumberjack will take on Blue Thunder, our first round 3 race. Who will go through out of these two trucks? They've both looked good tonight, but only one of them has a place in the semi-finals. Will it be Blue Thunder in the near lane or Lumberjack in the far? We're ready to go racing here in round 3. Gates are open. Blue Thunder an early pull away, but what happened there? They seemed to slow down as they hit the ramp, and Lumberjack came back with a burning passion for a win, and I think they got it. Blue Thunder slowing right down, and Lumberjack is going to profit from it going through. Mitch Brown in Bigfoot is next up to the track once again, this time to face off against Mikey Merton in Monster Mutt. A tough matchup for sure on any day of the week. Monster Mutt is looking strong once again this month though, but so is that Bigfoot. Gates are open. Down the track they come. Mikey Merton with a slight lead, but here comes Mitch Brown, and he sends Monster Mutt all the way downtown. It's Mitch Brown who takes the win by a full truck's length. Monster Mutt, what happened there? They go out, that's what happened. But I did wonder if all 3 of our current champions of the regular season would make it through, but Mikey Merton falters and goes down. Elliot Spiros now with Jester back on the track to face off against his brother in Escalade. It's Kay and James TV and the Iron Outlaw. These two trucks side by side. The paint job is all that separates them, but perhaps that chassis setup is too. We will see whose is the superior. Down the track they come. Even Stevens all the way, but Jester looked to pull just ahead there. Kay and James TV did not put the throttle down as they usually do. Perhaps they made contact. Perhaps Jester is just that little bit faster. But either way, Jester moves on to 3rd round racing. Iron Outlaw, they go out. Charlie Hubbard, the Black Pearl, got his first win of the whole regular season. earlier on tonight and now has to face off against the current champion Cyclops Hobbies in Dragon. Black Pearl is in the near lane, Dragon in the far. They're back, they look ready for action, having had that truck damage earlier. Gates are open, down the track they come even again, but Dragon puts out a clinic and it looked like a solid win for them. Let's take a look at the slow-mo replay to confirm. A good bounce there on the far side of the track, and by a truck length once again, Dragon is going through to round 3. Black Pearl has had their best evening so far, but it is Dragon going on. First there were 24, now there are just 4. Lumberjack and Bigfoot will be our first matchup, followed by Jester against Dragon. Our top 4 tonight, they get automatic bids into the second round of racing in May, so congratulations to all 4 for that. But these 4 trucks will be racing it out to see who will get the overall championship tonight. Will it be Mitch Brown in Bigfoot or Jack Charlton in Lumberjack perhaps? Both of these trucks racing each other first for a place in tonight's final. It's Bigfoot in the near lane, Lumberjack in the far lane. We're ready to go racing for our first semi-final. Gates are open, Bigfoot getting the early lead. Can he keep it? I'm not so sure, because Lumberjack came back at the end there. A very close race at the end, and I'm not sure who's won it. That is too close to call. Let's take a look at the super slow-mo replay. That is very, very close indeed. It looks just like a Bigfoot win, but we'll get that line on screen to confirm. Yes, it is. By just the front ends of those tyres, Bigfoot will be going on to their first Backyard Jam final. Elliot Spiros in Jester, will he be joining them? Or will it be Cyclops Hobbies in Dragon? This truck has been undefeated for a very long time now. Will they continue the trend? They're in the far lane, Jester in the near. Let's go racing. Jester getting just a lead. Here comes Dragon once again though. That same racing line they've been taking most of the night. Another good bounce over in the far lane. Not quite a full truck's length. In fact, only half a truck this time. But Dragon, nonetheless, goes through to their second racing finals in as many months. Dragon will take on Bigfoot. This is going to be a great matchup. Bigfoot and Dragon have been strong all night long. Dragon, they continue a streak of wins. In fact, they have won now 7 races on the trot. No other truck in this season has done that. Dragon is looking very, very strong indeed. Can Mitch Brown send them downtown just like they've done with every other truck tonight? It'll be a tough task. Dragon are going to try and make it 8 racing wins on the trot. Bigfoot, Mitch Brown. This truck looks cool. It had its gremlins last month, but they seem to have been worked out as they are here in the racing finals. And of course, Dragon, they've looked strong all the way through. Only one of them can get a racing championship tonight. Will it be Dragon in the far lane, or will it be Mitch Brown and Bigfoot in the near lane? We are ready to go racing for our finals. Gates are open. Here comes Mitch Brown, very quick out of the gates, but Dragon came back towards the end there, and a very close race. A great racing final. Bigfoot bobbles coming off of the jump, but he comes back towards the end of that race. We are going to go to a super slow-mo replay to confirm the champions. There you can see it. It's Dragon once again, a 2-time event champion of the regular season, and of course, the reigning champ defends their title for an 8th straight race. They are going to be thrilled with that. Dragon is once again your racing champions for tonight. A massive congratulations to Cyclops Hobbies. This truck looks unstoppable. Who can defeat it? We shall find out next month. Let's take a look at the overall point standings. Brutus with 20 points at the bottom of the table. Max D and Great Clips Mohawk Warrior on 25 apiece. Then up to Jurassic Attack and Shaker on 30 points apiece. Stone Crusher, the Black Pearl, Zombie and El Toro Loco all have 35 points apiece. Lucas Crusader, Earthshaker and Avenger all on 40 points. Looking at the top of the table, you can see there Monster Mutt Rottweiler, Bog Hog on 45 points apiece. Rockwell Red and Gravedigger on 50 points. Then jumping up by 10 points, Bigfoot, Iron Outlaw, Excalibur and Blue Thunder on 60 points. 65 points for Jester, 70 for Lumberjack, and at the top of the table now Joint, Monster Mutt, and Dragon. And that's just about all for this time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a like, do subscribe to the channel, and we shall see you again for the May event coming very soon to the channel. Until then, I've been your host, Jevon Woodrow. Goodbye.